You're listening to the Zipline Logistics Truck Yeah podcast, where we explore all kinds of hot topics in the logistics industry. Get ready to learn, laugh, and get your freight on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Zipline Logistics podcast. My name is Jesse Jewett. Joined with me, as always, our Director of Training and Development, Teddy Lee Knox. Teddy, how's it going?
Going great, thanks. How are you doing?
Awesome. Wonderful. We're talking about a hot topic today in the world of Zipline trade shows.
Yes.
In particularly food and beverage conferences, trade shows for 2025. We're rounding up 2024.
Yep.
Not a ton of trade shows left, conferences left. So we're talking about 2025, our top trade shows. I keep saying trade shows, top conferences. We're going to be ranking them. There's going to be a blog about it on our website, ziplinelogistics.com. We're going to talk about it at the end.
Yep.
Let's dive into it.
Absolutely. Well, I think that, first of all, I want to say that I think that this is great because trade shows have been around for a very long time and will continue. And this is a really important thing for anyone in any industry to make sure they're involved with trade shows. There's a lot you can learn from them. There's a lot that you can get out about your name. And there's a lot of networking that can happen. And something that people really need to make sure that they are preparing for and showing up for.
Absolutely. It's a great way to see for Zipline, right? We are a CPG specialist.
Yep. Consumer packaged goods for all the new listeners.
85% of our freight ends up on a retail shelf, primarily delivering it to major retailers, Costco, Sam's Club, Walmart, Kroger, et cetera, et cetera.
And 97% of the time, it ends up on the shelf on time.
How about that? So you head to one of these trade shows. It's a great opportunity for our sales reps, for our presidents, for our leaders, really anybody to go out and see multiple clients at the same time. As you can imagine, if there's 2,500 folks exhibiting or potential customers exhibiting at a conference, that's pretty exciting for us.
That's awesome.
Right? There's not a ton of CPG brands. Sometimes you can look at their exhibits and kind of get a better feel of the product and what you're dealing with, as opposed to like a website or things of that nature. But
something I'm always interested in is, just being a logistics nerd myself, even going to Costco and seeing all the different types of packaging that beverages are in, or snack foods, or different types of ways that people will even like bone broth. Yeah. There's so many different types of packaging, and I find that so interesting. And that's something that I feel like I want to see, like, why? Why are you packaging it this way versus the other way, and thinking about how that fits on the pallet, or how much easier that must have been to get something somewhere. And so I don't know if other people or other vendors are going to these trade shows looking into that a little bit and kind of seeing, I guess, testing their theories or seeing why one packaging works better than another. Yeah. Or, specs or, even configurations. Those are all the things that I'm interested in, which is probably boring for a lot of other people.
Well, you hit on a great point. Think of all of the steps and details and vendors that are involved in contributing to your favorite CPG brand. So let's just take Beverage X. Let's say it's organic ingredients. Obviously, there's someone who supplies those ingredients, someone who supplies the bottle, someone who supplies the label, maybe even someone, not the bottle supplier doesn't necessarily supply the top.
Exactly.
Someone who supplies the packaging.
And then the packaging for Amazon and Target, because they're different than other places.
Correct. And maybe an artist who helps you design a logo. Obviously, we've got a transportation provider, hopefully Zipline Logistics.
I mean, if you're smart.
So that's a great way. So putting it all together, a trade show or a conference specifically designed for these brands is a great way to bring everybody together. It would be nice if everyone would visit their clients on site, but going to a conference allows you to hit all of these different vendors, see them, talk to them, develop a strategy, have a plan moving forward. And then most likely, the ones that I've been to and attended personally, you develop a pretty consistent cadence. So you go back year after year after year.
Yeah.
And so that's fun to kind of see familiar faces that you're not necessarily seeing on a daily basis.
Yeah.
As you mentioned before, it's certainly beneficial for us to see customers.
Yeah.
see potential customers,
Yeah.
hopefully close a few deals.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the biggest shows.
Okay.
For CPG brands specifically.
Tell me.
You mentioned that you've never been to any of these shows.
I have never been to any of these shows, but I have. You brought up the great point that I have helped a lot of our customers get products to these shows.
Correct.
I have helped them create process around getting to these shows, but I have never been to one.
The big one that we focus on, in my opinion, would be Natural Products Expo West.
Okay.
When I attended it, it was out in Anaheim, California. I believe that's still the case.
Beautiful.
There was something called Expo East.
Mm-hmm.
It is now called Newtopia Now. Those are our big ones. Again, we have multiple customers, a whole long list of potential customers that are at both of these shows. When I've attended, the trends, right, are interesting to kind of spot. All right, vegan, cookies is a trend, right? So we're going to really focus in on vegan cookies or gluten-free this. Like, every product you'll see in the new product section, there's 35 different gluten-free products or CBD products like CBD water, CBD fruit water, CBD popsicles, CBD dog food. That was big a few years ago when I attended pre-pandemic. I'm sure it's the case now.
I'm seeing a lot of protein snacks now.
Yeah,
I mean,
high protein. Yep.
I don't know if
that's a good one
because it's this office, but I feel like that's the newest trend is like protein cookies, protein chips.
Yeah,
everything with a little extra protein.
That's a really good one. Next up, we have the Special Food Association Fancy Food Show. Fancy Food Show. There's a summer and winter version.
Do they try to make these shows hard to say? Like, is that the point?
Yeah, I mean, it's like
as long as they're a good acronym,
putting those things at the end of your LinkedIn profile. Yeah, that's a good one. A lot of growing brands there. I believe I've attended that one. It's a good one.
Nice.
The NACS show. Again, these are all referenced on our blog. We've got the link, retail. Yeah, NACS is about convenience stores. The link is the Retail Supply Chain Conference. We also have Supply Side East and West. So those are where they're located. I believe the West show is in Vegas typically, and East is in Philadelphia from what my memory serves. That's primarily ingredient suppliers.
Okay.
Sweets and snacks.
I know that one because we get a lot of goodies in the office from that one.
That's a good sample.
I like that one.
That's definitely a good one to walk around if you have a sweet tooth because there's all sorts of different types of candies. I know there's a lot of international flair at Sweets and Snacks as well.
Yeah.
Like if you're familiar, like Kit Kats have, 17 extra flavors in Japan.
This is new. I did not know this.
We may want to do some fact checks on this,
there's a lot of
there's more flavors internationally than there is just here, which is, from my experience, dark chocolate and regular.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes mint.
Oh, yeah. I've seen them in the United States.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't ever
We got 3 so far.
Sure. At Sweets and Snacks, there's definitely samples. And like you said, we get a lot of folks bringing them back to the office, having people try them. Food Shippers of America. That's another big one. Again, these can be all referenced in our top 35 shows to attend in 2025. We will be updating that shortly.
I have heard that when you attend any of these shows that you should have fashionable yet comfortable shoes.
Great comment.
You gotta
your shoes
what would you wear?
And your feet get beat up.
Do you wear like business casual? How do you arrive to these?
I don't want to mansplain this, Teddy, or get canceled here, but it's much easier for me than it would be for a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, I wear pretty much khakis and a quarter zip with a collared shirt every day.
Yeah, it's kind of uniform.
And I can do that at a trade show and fit in just fine.
Fabulous.
And if I have tennis shoes that aren't dirty from my children, then I should be okay, which I do.
I was going to say, do you?
Yeah.
How do you work that out?
I just keep one. Did you ever play basketball? I always had like a basketball shoe bag.
Yep.
Yeah. That was important.
Yeah, that's the trick.
Take care of the pumps. Wear comfortable shoes. It's a great call. If you're into the 10,000 steps a day, as you can imagine, at a 400,000 square foot expo conference center, your steps get in pretty quickly. Circling back, why are they great for CPG brands to exhibit and attend?
Well, obviously the ones where Zipline provides breakfast. That's
That's a
That's
positive.
the first one.
And a happy hour.
And happy
right?
hour. That's a benefit, right?
Absolutely. Retail buyers.
Okay.
So this is a good one. I know, again, you've been at the forefront of this as our director of training and development. You really were in kind of the weeds of this and learning on the fly. So now you've developed some training and SOPs for us. The retail buyers in particular, right? So those buyers can represent brands delivering into Costco, delivering into these other places. Again, it's another opportunity for them. They don't have to be necessarily in their client's office, or they can be located wherever they need to be, and then they can hit multiple clients, or again, potential clients on site at the conference. So that's a positive.
That is a positive. I think that that's such an important relationship between a vendor and that buyer. Is if you don't have any sort of professional relationship created, it can hinder you a little bit. So it's really nice to have that understanding so you can quickly resolve problems.
Exciting reason for these brands to attend is cross collaboration with other CPG brands.
Okay.
So one of the Expo Wests I attended, CBD was big. As you can imagine, there's obviously a lot of brands. Does it make sense to align with them? Or you're competing with them?
Yeah.
Or maybe there's some kind of like potential competition, but it does, it's not necessarily direct, maybe indirect, right? So we've seen that to where one of our customers collaborates with, like a beverage company would collaborate with a snack brand and create like a joint marketing push.
Yeah.
Getting very excited.
I
and
know.
animated.
This is great.
Yeah. It's fun. Right? So like it makes sense. Like, hey, and we're going to have this sweet treat and we're going to have this salty treat and we're going to come together for the holidays and we're all good for you because we're gluten-free and non-processed sugars or something like that.
Love it.
So you can find those, you can obviously
us.
find those brands out there. I would imagine another thing that's not on our show notes, but it says what else. So I'm going to give you what else. There's probably a bunch of investors there, I would imagine.
Oh, yes. Good point.
So that's a good way to get yourself out there. And
because that's really important for CPG brands because you're constantly growing and, like you said, competing.
Absolutely.
So you got to be able to figure out how to get to that next step very successfully and strategically.
Absolutely. Testing some samples, right? That's a good way to maybe introduce a new product. I know that's been a big hit for some of our customers. They roll out a new product at the expo saying like, you're going to see this in 3 months, 6 months, etc. Like you're going to know exactly when it's dropped, but we're introducing it here to the masses.
Yep. With
a little bit of extra flair. So that's exciting.
Love it.
Why else would they attend? It's always nice, especially now in post-pandemic world. I think there's been a separation, right? Not everyone works in an office environment all the time. Certainly for like a sales group, maybe you have regionally based salespeople that are kind of scattered across the country. Here's an opportunity to bring everybody together and make sure that they're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Have a little team building. You're working the booth. You're going out to dinner. You're just working together, and maybe you don't do that as often as you'd like. And an expo to kind of celebrate the success or establish some strategies for growth in the next year. Always a good move.
Yeah, that was a good move.
And I got all sorts of good ideas.
You do.
Conferences. So as I mentioned, we support these conferences because of the brands that attend there. One of our favorite blogs of the year on our website, ziplinelegistics.com/blog/food and beverage conferences. There's a couple dashes in there. You can find it. Ziplinelegistics.com. Go to our blog, check it out. We're going to be updating the list of top 35 conferences/shows.
Every year you'll get an update of this. So get excited.
Yeah, every year. Check it out. If you have any questions about any of these shows,
on how to get to them or how to get the most out of them,
there you go. Or how to deliver your product to them. 888-GO-ZIPLINE, ziplinelegistics.com. Give us a call. And at the end of the day, like and subscribe on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
On another edition of the Zipline Logistics podcast. Take care.